Hello everybody and welcome back to Balake Farms. So last episode we got the grass cut. We ripped a bit of the grass up to see if we could fix it. And we moved some bales to the cows and we changed sheep. Well, I say sheep, the goat enclosure, so we now have this new enclosure. So I'm hoping that we'll soon find some milk. So there's none yet, but I believe they start producing when they're 13 months old, and I think these are only 12, so we'll keep an eye on them. Our chickens are down here, and I think they are doing fairly well now. So it's still topped up full of food, and we've got 2 rows of eggs. So obviously we put a lot of babies in, and we've got 2 rows of eggs. So they will be getting, as they get older, we'll be getting a lot more. So there we go. The goats are all happy. They're 13 months old, so they should be producing milk this month. And in hen house 1, 7 months, 30 times chickens, and full of food. And the cows, there we go, full of hay. And we've got 3,000 litres of milk now. 22,000 litres of straw still in there, and we're starting to get some manure and slurry. So obviously the 2 older cows are producing most of our milk, well, the 4 older ones shall we say, and the other ones should soon kick in. Right, so what have we got to do in July? So I know we need to fertilise field number 2, 36, so we can get the grass. I don't think anything's ready. Nothing's ready to harvest, so we'll get field 2 and 36 sprayed. We'll take the little David Brown and we'll go get them fertilisers spread. Well, we'll get it sprayed, not spread. We'll get it fertilised, and then we might move on, because there's not a lot for us to do in July. I mean, we could always sell the lettuces, because how many lettuces have we got in there? Some water. So we're only just starting to store, so we're in no desperate rush to sell the lettuces. I like to take a nice full load over when we do it. Right, I'll run up the tram lines, get these parsnips sprayed, and then I will catch up with you guys after we've sprayed this field and we've sprayed the grass field. And we might rest again for another night if there's nothing else to do. There we are all fertilised. So we're just going to check the weed map, because I presume we're going to have some weeds now. So if we go to here, turn on weeds. So yeah, so field 2, field 3, field 13 and field 14 all need spraying off with weeds. So we will go empty our fertiliser out, and then I'm going to go up to the store, and I might just pick up another IBC because we've got plenty of weeds to spray off. So we're going to have to crack on, get all of our weeds sprayed, and then we'll be able to move on once we've done that. So we'll take this to we'll take this to our yard, we'll get it emptied, and then we'll head up. So I don't think we've got any herbicide. I know in the grass farm yard we have got an IBC, but I think it's only got 100 litres. We're definitely going to need more than that. So let me unload this, and I'm going to walk over to that because I've just seen there's one in the wall. So it might be a herbicide. So thankfully that's chucked itself in the middle of the yard. So let's just get that stacked up here nicely. What is this one? Oh. So it's glitched in the wall, and it is 80 litres of herbicide. So yeah, I don't think we've got an overlap. So what I'll do is I'll get it to the shop. We'll get 1,000 litres. Actually, what I'll do is I'll take the truck down to the shop, because then that way I think they come in 2,000 litres, and then it can stay on the trailer with the diesel. So I'll quickly run down to the shop in this, and we'll get some herbicide picked up, get our sprayer filled, and then we'll crack on and get some fields sprayed. So there we are. So picked some herbicide up. Got David Brown filled up with some herbicide, and we filled the diesel up while we were there because it's on the trailer. So we'll get this field sprayed, then we'll nip into that big field, get that sprayed, and then we've just got the little 2 fields down the other end, and then we should be all set for a really good crop. So I'll quickly time lapse me spraying these fields, and then we'll move on to something more exciting. Right, that's the 2 fields done up this side. So the corn's a bit too established to do. I forgot completely about it, but I don't think there's a lot of weeds in it. Or did we do it? So there's not many. There is a few, but not as bad as these 2 fields have been. So we'll run down to field 13 and 14 now. I'll pick up every bit of herbicide we've got on the way, and we'll quickly get these two sprayed, and then we can carry on into the next month. So what we're looking for is corn is going to be ready October. So what else have we got in? So carrots will be ready from August. So I think we planted in June, so I'd imagine it's going to be October. Sugar beet will be October. So, and parsnips could be, I think, are going to be October again, November. So yeah, it's all going to come at once when it comes, but that's not a problem. We've got plenty of harvesters and it'll be a good challenge. So we'll run down to the other two fields now. I'll quickly get them sprayed. I know it's a lot of spraying, but we need to make sure everything is up to date. So we'll go down there, get them sprayed, and then we'll skip a few months and move on. You rejoin me in October. So absolutely everything is ready for harvesting now. So it's a bit dark, the rain is coming, but we're going to have to start and harvest some fields. So I'm going to start with the sugar beet. I'm going to take the sugar beet harvester. We can drop all those boxes in the field. It is lashing it down. I don't know if the weather's due to get any better. So we'll just have a quick look at the forecast. Where is the forecast? So yeah, it gives rain until 4 o'clock. And then it gives rain in November. So we are between a rock and a hard place this harvest. We're going to lose yield if it's raining, which is just unfortunate. But if we don't harvest, we're going to lose the crops because they will wither, especially if it's going to rain in November. So we'll keep time going. Hopefully the rain will ease off a bit, and it says it's going to stop around 4 o'clock. So there's always the possibility that we'll have to get to 4 o'clock, especially to do the corn, and harvest it with the lights on, just so we're not losing that yield. So yeah, it is very slippery out here. So yeah, right, I'm going to crack on with the sugar beet because it shouldn't be too bad. We shouldn't lose too much yield. So I've just got time going up a bit, just so we can also get into a bit of better lighting. But yeah, there we are. We are now harvesting our beautiful sugar beet. So we'll leave all these boxes in the field once we've harvested them, and then we'll come pick them up at a later date, because we have got plenty of harvesting to crack on with this month. So I'll set to, and I will get this field done. There we are, there's our sugar beet harvesting. So I don't know how many litres we got, but we will count it up when we get all of these boxes off the field. So I've just been going around and getting the last few bits and bobs I've missed. There's still a few bits, but nothing too serious. So we'll get this back to the yard and we'll jump in our new harvester and give the parsnips a go and see if we can't get parsnips up. We are down to our last £1,000, so we will be selling the sugar beet direct, and I don't know if this shed up here will let us store parsnips and carrots in it, just so we can hold them until we get the best month. So we know that the sugar beet doesn't really change too much. It would be nice to put it in the sugar mill, but the map hasn't got one, so we will just stick with selling that direct, and it'll make us some good money. So we'll take this to the field now and we will try and get some parsnips up. I'm excited to use this. This is its first outing. So we'll get it across to the parsnip field, and that's the one we will start with. And then after we've done that, we can run it to the carrots. So it is fairly fast, as you can see, 15 mile an hour. She's a bit too fast, almost F1 fast. So I don't know if this has got a grain tank on it or how big the grain tank is. I think it has, because it says 0%. But we're going to soon find out if we're going to have to leave it on a worker and we're going to have to constantly part, or if we can do a bit and it don't fill up so quick. So let's get it started and let's see what happens. So there we go, first harvest. It is going to take some time. It's not a very wide machine, but it's part of the fun back in the day. So I'll crack on now and I will jump back in when we are full and we can all see together how much it holds and if it's going to be a long job. Right, so it looks like we hold 10,000 litres, so we are full. So we managed to get possibly halfway around the field before we filled up fully. So now we're going to have to find a tractor, so I'm going to park this up, and then we're going to have to find a tractor to be our carting tractor. So it's going to be between the Fiat, the Renault, or the David Brown. So we used the David Brown last time, so I think we'll change it up this time, and we'll use, I think we'll use the Renault if it's in the yard, or which tractor is in our yard. Where is the Fiat? Well, the Fiat's the closest, so we'll jump in that. The Renault's down at the grass area, so we'll leave that there, and we'll chuck the trailers on. We're definitely going to have a lot of lettuces to sell as well, so we're going to have quite a good month, and I would imagine there's quite a bit of milk now, a few eggs, so the eggs will be sold next month, best month to sell them. But let's find out if parsnips are good or really bad. So let's have a look. Prices, yeah. So is parsnips going to be in the top? It is. So what can we get? The best we can do is 623, and the best price is 675 in January. So I actually think we'll probably end up just selling them direct. I mean, there's not a lot in it, and we haven't really got the places to store these. Maybe after this harvest, I mean, once we've done the parsnips, maybe we build a root crop storage area and we'll keep the carrots, because we could keep, got 2 fields of carrots. When will they be best? So yet again, carrots December sort of time. I reckon the sugar beet's about the same. Let's have a look. So yeah, sugar beets are all about the same. So we could build a storage and take it down at a later date, or we can pretty much sell it off the field, make a decent amount of money. We're not going to lose too much on doing so, so I'm not too worried about that. So let's run around here, let's get them unloaded. So 10,000 litres is going to fill one trailer and partly fill the next trailer, so it's going to be quite a lot of running back and forth, I think, to the shop and to the sell point, which is good for us. It means we're making money, but it's going to be time consuming, and we've got the carrots afterwards, so it's going to be a busy harvest, and we've got the corn to do. Well, we're not worried about the corn because we're going to try and let it dry up, so we might wait until 4 o'clock tonight, do that when it's meant to be dry, just so I can get top yield off that corn. But these root crops, it doesn't make too much difference on picking these up. So this harvester's working an absolute treat at the moment. Really is a nice little harvester. Bit small header, but for this size of field, it'll probably take us half hour or so. It's not too bad really. Might take a bit longer, but we'll find out. So far in real time, it's taken a few minutes to get around there, so I'll clock it, and if we get this field done this episode, I'll let you know, and if we don't, I'll let you know next episode how long it takes. But for now, I'm going to jump back in it, and I'm going to carry on. Here we are with our first parsnip delivery, so going to get it tipped and see if we can't tip both at the same time. No, I think we're going to have to do it one by one. Not the end of the world. So we'll get this one tipped and then we'll see what we make off a trailer. So I'm expecting, what's it, £600 each? Should be in the region of about £6,000, I would have thought, give or take, but we'll find out. £4,800. We'll tip a full trailer this time instead of part tipping and cutting it. But let's see what we can make. So to be fair, off one lap of the headlands, we are going to make the best part of, I want to say 12 grand. Yeah, so we made about £10,000 off one lap of our headland. So going by that, we should get a fair few quid off that field. So I'll race back to the field and I'll jump back in our harvester and I'll carry on. And then if it's looking like we're going to need to get a worker to go in front of us, I'll put a worker on and I will just do carting back and forth. I mean, our other option is, do we get a bigger trailer? I don't think we've got any old bigger trailers on. And obviously we don't want to stress our tractors out too much. That's 2015, 22, 2008. So yeah, I don't think we've got anything that's older. a skip. So skip only holds 6,000 litres anyway. But there is a lorry we could buy for this. What we got here? Oh, these look a bit more interesting. So yes, we have got some old trailers. Now we could have something like this. And that would be... So we could have 23, 26 or 15. So yeah, you know what? That might be an option for us. We'll go empty. We'll go get a couple more loads tipped, and then that should give us some money, and then we can always sell these dual trailers and get one big trailer. That would be a nice. That would be nice for us. It'd be a lot easier to manoeuvre around, and we can carry more than what we currently carry. Right, I'll race back down there, and then I'll jump back in the harvester, and we'll get the next load up to the sell point and work out what we do with the trailers. Right, so we're back at the sell point. So we're going to get these two sold, and then I think we're going to get an all-in-one trailer, but a bigger trailer, which will help definitely with this volume of root crops and vegetables, because when we do the sugar beet as well, it would help to have a much bigger trailer. So I'm going to get this tipped, see what money we've got, and then I'll probably nip these to the shop and sell them both, and then from there we'll see what trailer we can afford. So we're already just going past £20,000, so that is really good. So with that money we should be able to buy, and the money from these two trailers, a nice big trailer. So let me spin around. I'll take these to the shop, I'm going to sell them, and then we'll know what money we've got to play with to buy ourselves a new trailer. I think I can be cheeky and just nip this way through. And there we are. Yeah, it's a bit of an angle to get into the shop, but we should be able to make it. I'm hoping. Yeah, easy. Right. Let's say goodbye to our two 8,000 litre trailers. So we've had one from the start, and we bought the second one not so long ago, to be fair. It was last time we did the sugar beet, so we got just over £6,000 for each. Right, let's do a bit of shopping. So if we go back into trailer, scroll down, we have the option of a 26,000 litre one, 26,000 litre one, 21,000. So it does look like we'll be going for a nice 26,000 litre trailer. What you? I think that's too. Yeah, that's definitely too new. That is, but it's a beast of a trailer. Yeah. Yeah, not a problem. So right, I think we want a 26,000. So it's either the bee beef, which is 5 tonne. That one's 5 tonne. Both the same price. So I think it just comes down to colour, and I want to put the biggest extension on. See if we got some, yeah, that's it, nice flotation tyres for the ground. That is a nice looking trailer. Yeah, hitch damping. Why not? Let's go all out. So I've put a window in it as well, so we can see from the seat what we've got in. Don't need warning signs. Now the fun bit. Let's paint it a nicer, quite like a two-tone. But I don't know if that two-tone's right. Right. Oh, that's better. And let's have some moody black wheels. And there we are. Let's get that bought. It's £18,000 and 50 quid for a very big trailer. Right, let's have a walk over there and see what £18,000 has bought us. There it is. One new big trailer with some nice big flotation tyres on for the wet fields. It's got a PTO and it's got hydraulics, and it's a 1980s, so it's a very nice looking trailer. Right, let's run back to the yard and let's go and put our first crop into it. So what we're working to with all the money we get off these crops is, obviously we want more fields, that's a no-brainer, but I kind of want a bigger tractor, and then I'm going to have to make the decision and sell some of the littler tractors, because we've got a lot of tractors on the farm and we don't particularly need this many tractors. So our options, if it's it, I quite like the look of something like this, which we can, what can we boost it to? Doesn't tell me the horsepower, but yeah, something like that there's an option of. Possibly not 3-wheel Ford, but yeah, so we'll be looking into something a bit, you know, a newer bigger tractor, I think, and then we can really push the farm equipment to the biggest we can get. Well, the Fiat is doing a really good job at the moment and we haven't really struggled with it, so I'm not sure, and I don't know which tractor to get rid of because I like all of the tractors on the farm. I don't know if I would. We'll end up with a farm full of loads of vintage tractors all doing one job a week. But I don't know. Well, we definitely will be getting a new field again, and we will definitely, I think, get some root crop storage so we can store some of these crops and get the best price. We're losing out a bit, but parsnip seem to be bringing us in quite a nice bit of money. Right, I'm going to head back and carry on. So here we are, guys, with our new trailer coming in with our first load. So we've got 10,000 more litres on than we would do with the little trailers. So it's going to save us quite a few runs back and forth up here and back to the field. So let's get this tipped and find out what the new improved trailer holds. So there we go, on the trigger. And it should be quite a nice quick dump as well. And look at the money go up. That's just what we like to see. Oof. Over 30. Happy days. So one trailer is worth £16,000. That's brilliant. So we're going to leave it there today, guys, and then next time we can carry on with the parsnip harvest, hopefully do a bit of corn and hopefully do some carrots. But it is going to be a slow slog, but we'll get there. So thank you for watching. As always, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any suggestions, please leave them down below. If you hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell, you'll get notifications of our next video and you can see it all finished. I'll see you later. Bye bye for now.